Strap in, kids, because this one's going to be a doozy. Hi, how are you? The name's Hit the Bid Radio, whatever you want to call me. Call me the Prophet of Profit. I like that one. Well, September 19th, 2014, a day that will live in infamy. I stuck to my guns. I believed the Alibaba IPO was going to ruin the market. Now, look, I'm a bear by nature, but I was riding this market from June of 2012 when I gave up thinking this market was going to roll back over. And then I went hyper bullish in May after I was trying to short the market in April, and that didn't work, so I just gave up again. Both of my bullish stances came after getting my ass beat down by shorting the market, and I finally threw my hands up and I just went with it. And those turned out to be really great trades. The Alcoa, the AIG, the US Steel, all the biotechs that I owned. Now, again, I've got people that are out there that listen to me, and I say that I run a hedge fund. I don't run a hedge fund. These are guys that just listen to me and do what I tell them to do, and if they choose, they decide to give me some money or not. That's the way I run that business. As far as day trading is concerned, again, I try to scratch out a little bit every day. It's maddening, okay? But let's bring it in for a second, okay? Because, you know, the Alcoa video that I made is based on the fact that people watch a video that I've made on YouTube and they say, what about your market rally now? I thought the market never goes down. Where's your Messiah now? You're a fucking idiot because you told us the market never goes down and here it goes. But what I've tried to do is plain as I could in the last 5 or 6 videos since September 19th, and even before that, I told you, no matter what I've said on a video, I'm not going to ignore the fact that the market's telling me to get the hell out. You know, I had some puts on the market, and we had that rally on last Wednesday, where I had to get out. And I rolled them into some lower priced options that just in case the market rolled over, and thank God I did. But you do understand, right now I have to say I saved myself from financial ruin. So that's the most important part right now. The most important part is what I'm actually doing, and for the people that are paying me to give them advice in this chat room that I run, which we had about 75 people in there today. It was pretty amazing. Things are catching on, I guess, that I'm doing the right thing. Now, again, what about your Alcoa, right? Look, the stock, we were in the stock from $12. We bought some at 10, 12, a lot at 13, a lot more at 14, and we thought the stock could go to $22 to $24 over the next 18 months. But I'm not going to ignore the fact that they came out with good news when the stock was around 17 and change, and it reversed and went negative that day. So we sold half our position in the 17s. I wasn't going to mention Greg Mananero, but when a guy like that who's been a perma bear suddenly becomes bullish on the market, that is actually a sign. This is not something I'm making up. When you have bears that finally throw in the towel, that is a sign of capitulation on the long side when it's actually a good time to be selling. The Business Week is also another indication. A lot of times the Business Week, will this market ever stop going up? It's the Business Week headline. These are indicators that I've learned for 25 years to look out for. I'm not picking on the guy again. I'm not going to talk about him too much, but he loved Alcoa, and I'm selling it that day. Is it a coincidence? Maybe, maybe not. Maybe he has some... Again, it is just mind-blowing right now. Now, again, I'm talking about leaving... Now, I know this number is going to be staggering for some of you, because if I had 100 puts, maybe I had 1,000 puts on the QQQ. 1,000 puts at one point, right? I was looking to buy 1,000 puts, only got into about 400. The market started going down. I immediately took 300 off the table, and I held 100. Then the market started rallying, so I got out of that last 100, but then I rolled that 100 into another December 91s, I think they are, on the QQQ. Here's a guy, me, that had been saying this market's never going to go down. The government took it over. We have nothing to worry about. But then when there was something to worry about, I think I made it perfectly clear that I was going to stick to my guns. I was selling my portfolio. I sold all my stocks. I was down to a QQQ, Alcoa, and US Steel. Now, if you think I'm getting it all right, I got absolutely destroyed on US Steel. I didn't want to give up. I ignored the signs that I saw. Good news was making the market go, the stock was going down. It was breaking under trend lines. It was breaking VWAP, but I didn't want to sell it all. So I decided to say, let's see what happens. Now you see what happens when you say, let's see what happens. If you're ever in a stock and you're getting worried and you say, let's see what happens, does it ever get better for you? No, it usually gets worse. So I left 600 shares, and I know that's not a lot to some people, but I had 600 shares. The stock was at $47. It hit $31 today. I'm not very happy about these last 600 shares that I left on the table because I wanted to see what happens. Where's it really gonna go? And suddenly it's back below where I even started buying it. You know, we had some from 27, we bought at 31, we bought a lot 35, 37, 41, 43. I'm buying US Steel at 45. It just seems like the other day. So I couldn't grasp how it could drastically change, but for some reason, I could see how it, no, let me bring that statement back. I know how it can drastically change. We saw how the market sentiment changes in a heartbeat, okay? The market's broken right now, okay? Now, should I be happy that I saved myself a ton of money? I mean, I'm talking about lifetime. Some of you guys out there, you're just getting started in the business, you're opening up an account with $5 grand. I'm talking about money, like serious money, that I saved myself, my family, and a couple of guys that follow me, and a lot of these guys that follow me in the room, because they were right there. I was like, listen, I know I've been super bullish, but you gotta appreciate if the Qs break down on the 97.50, we're gonna go to 96.20. If we break 96.20, we're gonna go to 95.50. And if we break 95.50, we're going to 91.62. And they was like, how do you figure 91.62? I said, well, the lifetime VWAP was 91.62. If you break 91.62, we're going at $90.08. Look what we hit today, $90.08. And what do you think we were doing then? We were buying. The Qs got to 90.24. Start to bounce. At that point, at 90.25, 90.30, now I'm thinking, I'm risking 10 cents, 15 cents. Let me buy some stocks. Now, the market started rallying pretty amazingly. And I'm not going to say I held that whole move, and I'll get to that story because I don't know if you know this or not, but I'm a stay-at-home dad also. And I told the guys at about 3:10, I was like, all right, I got to go pick up my kids from gymnastics and basketball practice. Watch what's going to happen to this market as I step out the door. I think it must have been with the ignition key in my car starting, the market took off, and I probably left a good $20,000 on the table because I was long, but I didn't want to stay long while I wasn't watching. Sure, I could have put some stops in, but the market's so volatile, you really can't use stops right now. You got to be watching it. You got to be watching the level. You just can't. I didn't want to leave the desk with having positions on. Take a look at some of these positions. CSX, BK, US Steel, Alcoa. I mean, these were stocks I had pretty much just before they started moving. Look at the charts today at around 350, about 312 is when I left. Look what the market did from 312 to about 350. I mean, it is just unbelievable. It's amazing that I could stand the pain at this point. It is agonizing. There is no other word for it. Now, to the guy who out there says, well, I'm going to lose my soul. I think you were referring to me. I'm going to lose my soul. Buddy, I'm burning in hell right now, okay? This is hell. This room right here. But when I step out of the room, I got two awesome kids. You know, I do math homework for 2 hours a day. I go to gymnastics practice, basketball practice, baseball practice. Then I go to shows with my kids. You think I'm not a good father? Are you crazy, buddy? You think that I'm dedicating too much time to YouTube and I'm neglecting my children? Bro, wake up. Are you out of your mind? It's the fact that I don't neglect my kids is probably why I don't have $20 million in the bank. Okay? I shouldn't even come back. I shouldn't even come back to this business. I turned 30 grand into over 1.6 million at one point. My wife couldn't grasp the concept of me just sitting around and doing nothing. I had won. But we had a kid. I started staying home with the kid. That was fine. And then once we had, bro, trust me, I'm not neglecting my kid. All right? Anyway, I don't even know if you were referring to me in the video. Sometimes you guys make comments and you guys are commenting to each other. I don't even know what exactly you're talking about half the time. Suffice it to say, I did tell you Alibaba was going to ruin the market. So I stuck to my guns. I dumped all the Qs. You understand? We had do you realize the position that I had on? 200 leaps on the QQQ. We had 16,000 shares of the Qs at one point. Sold 8,000, and just bailed out on all those options. We were down to 1,000 QQQ. Got rid of those at 97.50, thankfully. And the Alcoa. You know about the Alcoa. There was no reason to own the Alcoa. Long-term perspective doesn't matter. The most important thing is that you're being nimble in a market that you can get destroyed in, short or long. So if you're out there and you're still looking to do this, and you still want to make money, you want to try to figure out how to do this on a short-term basis. Right now, this is treacherous. I've been doing this 25 years. These last couple of days have been treacherous. If you're not on the right side and playing the volume-weighted average price, you're gonna get lit up. You're just blindly buying. You follow these little squiggly lines that Thinkorswim programs in there for you. It's called volume-weighted average price. It's the greatest thing ever. I teach a class on how to program your Thinkorswim. I show you a little bit on how to use it, and it can really, really guide. I am not a genius, okay? But I do know one thing. When the market breaks down and fear finally comes in, the VIX, the VXX, starts to go up, you know that sentiment is being turned to the bearish side, which trumps earnings, which trumps technicals, and it trumps everything else out there, no matter how positive an earnings report is. Intel, right? Alcoa, no matter what they're gonna say, they're throwing the market out the window right now, and nothing matters. Nothing matters. So again, I like making these videos. I think I'm helping some people out there. Obviously, we got 3,000 subscribers on one channel. We've got 1,000 subscribers on this channel. Where are you guys? If you're seriously thinking about making money and you need guidance, why haven't you come? I got a guy in my room who's better than I am. He kills me. He was calling the bottom of the market the other day when I was saying, "Are you crazy?" And next thing you know, he starts RSI, Camilla pivot points, Bollinger Band. He uses everything. He called the bottom tick of the market. He did it again today. It was just phenomenal. I use VWAP only, and he's got his other philosophies. But again, I'm sweating right now. I'm sweating. Now, I don't know what to tell you. Trust me when I say, it's not all great. You know, some of these videos I talk about, did this, did that, did this. Bro, I got slaughtered in US Steel, okay? Absolutely decimated, destroyed, ridiculous. I tried to play a dip on Solar City the other day. Boom. I lost $2,000 in like 6 minutes. 6 minutes, I lost $2,000. 6 minutes. 6 minutes. I was like, I wanted to vomit on myself. I was like, what am I doing? You know why I lost $2,000 on the Solar City? Because I didn't look at the chart. I was like, Solar City looks like it's done going down here. Let me buy 1,000 shares. Down 2 points in like 6 minutes. $2,000 out the window. For what? Because I didn't listen to the charts. There's rules to this stuff. There's rules to the game. All it is a video game. It's a video game going up. You never understand why it could go. How does it keep going up? I don't understand why it goes up. All that stuff about the government taking over the market and the matrix and all that stuff. The market's all bullshit. That's the point I've always been trying to make to you. On the way up, it's bullshit. Where's the money coming from? Everybody's broke. The economy sucks, but the market goes up every day. And then when it starts going down, it goes down in such ferocity. It's unbelievable. Like, why? And here's the point. We were looking for a 10% correction. But where do the people go when we're down to 10%? Suddenly, now nobody wants to buy stocks. Everything's changed. The game is different. The economy stinks. We have to worry about Ebola. We have to worry about ISIS. We have to worry about Ukraine. We have to worry about Greece. How come we didn't have to worry about these things 2 months ago? Oh, because it's a big computer program suckering that last person in and then hammering that guy. That's why people hate the stock market. That's why I hate the stock market. That's why I love when the market goes down. I love it. I fucking love it. I love this shit. I don't love the fact that I sold my 497.50 puts on the Qs I had. Sick. That's 40,000 shares at a cost average of 97. They hit 91. Do the math. Do the math. What do I got now? I got 30. Absolutely insane. You know, my wife called me and said, well, at least we sold all our portfolio and we got out at the highs. I'm like, yeah, but it doesn't cut it. It doesn't cut it, because the reason I became a trader, the reason I sit here in agony and in horror, and I punish myself like this, is for these kind of days, these last 4 or 5 days. I want to be the guy, and I want to show people how to be the guy to make money while everybody else is shit in the bed. That's what it's all about to me. Every Joe Schmo can make money. I love Tesla. Let me buy 100 shares and watch it go up 250 points. Everyone's a genius when the market goes up, right? Be a genius when it goes down. Where are the analysts now? Where are they all saying, oh, you got to buy the dip, you got to buy the dip? Where are the buying the dippers? The buying the dippers all just got their ass kicked. All right? The buying the dippers are just, they're closing up shop. Hedge trade, hedge funds. Do you know the word hedge fund is so loosely used now? Do you realize there are some hedge funds out there? And I know personally a guy that has a hedge fund. He runs $16 million. It's not a big fund. $16 million. You know what he does? He owns 15 stocks. I was like, well, he called me today. He's like, I'm getting hammered. I'm getting destroyed. I'm like, but you're a hedge fund. He's like, yeah, but we don't hedge. But we don't hedge. We don't hedge, he says. What are you talking about? You're a hedge fund. And that's not the only guy. They're not real hedge funds. Hedge funds, you would think they're actively trading the market to help their clients not lose money while the market's going down by hedging. And they're not even hedging. Unbelievable. Sorry to call you out, buddy. I know you're going to call me after you watch this video. But what are you doing? What are you doing? How come you're not buying puts on your GoPro? Oh, you're up so much money on the GoPro, but why leave 20 points on the table? Why not hedge it? Why not hedge your Q position? I don't understand. I don't understand what you're doing. But anyway. Hedge fund, that's what I try to do. I want to make money when the market's going down. I want to teach people how to make money on the way down. So while everybody's crying, when they're getting their statements in the mail, you're sitting there going, damn, I had the greatest month of my life. That's what you should be doing. And if you want to learn, bring it on home. I know we're at 16 minutes. I don't want to go past 20. Because, yeah, it's just crazy. But you want to know what I think right now? Here's what's important. The market is broken, okay? If we can't get back above today's high print on the QQQ, not only are we going below 91.62, not only are we gonna break 90, but we're going to 89.50, and then we're going to 88.65, and then we're going to 82.50. 20% down. It can happen. The market can actually go down? This is like a new revelation to some people. I thought it only goes up.
But you said it only goes up, asshole. You said it. You're the one that got me in trouble. You're the one that told us the market never goes down.
But I did also say, get the hell out of the stock market on September 19, 2014. Didn't I? Didn't I? Didn't I? If you're not going to be nimble, and you're not going to be liquid and fluid in this market, you're going to get punished and destroyed. Just because some asshole, this guy, told you that the market never goes down, come on. And if you watched a video 3 months ago and you bought the QQQ and rode it for 3 months and then didn't take some profits, it's not my fault. Maybe you haven't watched a video of mine since that video and you're sitting there going, you know, I'm going to go find where that guy lives and kick his ass. He told me the market never goes down. But if you watched the video from, I don't know, 5 or 6 days ago, 10 days ago, 15 days ago when I said Alibaba was going to ruin the market, Alibaba was going to ruin the market. You want to know why Alibaba was going to ruin the market? We were already in an inflated, disgusting, awful, overbought market. And then they brought this piece of shit communist eBay/Amazon to the table. What do we care? What do we care about Alibaba? Know what they do, Alibaba? You want to buy some fake Gucci bags? There you go to Alibaba. What do we give a shit about this company? They're going to make this the biggest IPO in the history of America? America, where we hate communism. Remember those days? 1980. Bring the fucking Cold War back. Because the Cold War is back the fuck on. Fuck communism. And fuck Alibaba. When Alibaba hits 66 bucks, I'll feel comfortable about this market. When your GoPro, your camera on a stick social media company, when it's back to $50, I'll feel a little bit more comfortable. When everybody is running for cover, hailstones coming from the sky, that's when I'll feel a little more comfortable. When nobody on the planet ever wants to buy stocks again, guess what? We'll be liquid and we'll be buying stocks for the government to step back in and save the day. Because you know they're going to come riding to the rescue eventually, right? QE75 or some shit like that. They'll invent the new thing. They'll give us money to buy stocks. Interest rates will be -6. You put your money in the bank and we'll just keep paying you, but you have to buy stocks. They'll invent something. But that time is not now. That time is not now. But you know what was a good time to be buying? Alcoa today. I know I do a lot of stock tweeting and tweetering and all that stuff, right? What did I say about Alcoa? $13.85. You think I made that price up? It's sitting there on a chart. $13.85 was a multi-day VWAP. Where did it get to today? $13.85. So I put some money into it. $13.85 goes up to $14.15. I'm a hero. And of course, it goes to $14.50. But then it goes all the way back to $13.85 again. I couldn't believe it. We bought it again. Do I like Alcoa? Fuck Alcoa. I don't give a shit about Alcoa right now. I bought it at $13.85. I sold it at $14.50. Bought it again at $13.85. Sold it at $14.20. That's Alcoa. This is a trading market, and you got to know what you're doing. Buy and hold right now is dead. Dead. See? Contradicting everything I've said over the last 2 or 3 years. But because the market environment has changed. Feel me. Feel me on that. You have to understand where I'm coming from, right? Or maybe you don't. Or maybe you do. Or maybe you don't care. Or maybe you're just going to stick to the idea that I said one thing. You should still be like, hey, you know what? If you listen to me in 2012, if you're going to be that guy that gets aggravated that I made a video how the market will never go down, if you're going to be that guy, you have to be also the guy that bought stocks in 2012, and even though the market's pulled back 10%, you're still killing it because of me. So I'm a winner both ways, right? I told you to get out, but I also told you to get in in June of 2012. You saw the video. I went out there with the white suit on. The Fed has declared interest rates will stay at 0 forever. Buy all you can. I made a video. I went out there screaming in Wall Street. I almost got arrested. Who's this asshole up on a thing screaming at people? Come on, guys. Come on. Seriously. Come on. Did I say it or not? Did I say it or not? Watch the video. Did I say it or not? I'm getting out of all my stocks. I don't give a shit about the stock market. I'm selling my Alcoa. Sold all my biotech. Did I say it or not? Did I say it or not? So here we are, day one. I've got nothing. Nothing. Sold everything. Sold everything. 200 shares of Alcoa. I got 100 shares for both of my kids. That's what I got. That's what I got. Nothing. Liquid. Oh, so liquid right now. Ready to rock. And if the market starts rolling over tomorrow, boom. Oh, I'm sorry, I do have puts on the market. When I'm saying I have nothing, I own nothing on the long side. Let me be perfectly clear. Own nothing. 200 shares of Alcoa. Everything else is QQQ puts. That's it. That's it. You want to own stocks in the market where Netflix pulls back 110 points? Oh, it's just a pullback to getting the weak hands out. It's down 110 points. I don't care about how many iPhones get sold, or how many clicks Google can count, or how many subscriptions or no subscriptions Netflix has, or how many goddamn K-Cups. You ever read about the K-Cup company? You know the germs that are inside those machines? Gross. It's nasty. Who wants to own this? I used to love them. But then I read all these studies about these freaking creatures that are living inside your Green Mountain coffee machine. Ugh, it's nasty. Who wants to own these things? You want to own stocks in a market where stocks are getting decimated in 25% increments? Why? Sell? Ask questions later. Market's broken right now. And 3 days from now, or maybe tomorrow afternoon, if the market breaks levels, then I'll try to do a video in the middle of the day. And if you do want to meet me, we're having a little meetup. All my investors and all my people and all my friends are getting together in Red Bank. If you want to meet us up, if you live in New Jersey, we'll be in Red Bank in a restaurant, all commiserating about how awesome my call was to sell your stocks on the Alibaba day. But if you are in Red Bank, and send me an email, info@hitthebid.com, and I'll send you an invite. But guys, I mean, don't harp on the fact that I made a video how the market's never going to go down. I mean, I did say it was going to go down. I did say. Did it? Maybe you didn't. Maybe you watched it. Maybe you didn't. I don't know. All right. Have a nice night. You know where to find me.